Well, aren't you excited for a cavalcade of evil to be unfolded upon us? Having an entire new compadre of characters at our beck and call, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. Not really going to drip feed us this time, just splatter right on the screen, all of them at the base. Nice. And just showing just how capable they are. A nice little pile of magical girl crests. I've been busy. Wonder why we haven't heard of that side of the world yet. Just the fanciful and yet slightly perverse antics of our lovable team so far. Don't think it's going to carry on that way though, so we need to watch more. If you're in the mood for some magical girls, you're in the right place. If you want to see some benign chatter, yeah, something about my channel. But really, make sure all the doors and windows are heavily locked and fortified, because we need to watch some more magical girls. So it's just... I see they're getting on as well as usual, actually. So actually getting presented with the others now, rather than just have them back at the... Transform first, why, to put them on their best foot? At least Kiwi is asking nicely. Rather than just taking the doll and having a fate worse than death before her. I do wonder how the dynamic of the show is going to twist, considering, well, we saw several designs of special characters just be released. Obviously, some of them are a little more obvious in their whole shtick than others. But what I'm thinking most, probably after we saw the pile of gems in the last episode, probably they don't think along the same lines as Magica? Bezier. They're not there for the satisfaction of defeating them. Really, she's noticed it. At least that's a little self-inflection, that actually laying things bare, or actually going to, apparently not going to inform them that she prostrated and offered herself on a silver platter. And she was disgusted by that weakness as well. The weakness of the flesh. And if she wants to receive such tender care that Magia Beza has been giving her, yeah, she needs to get stronger. Imagine that being your motivation to keep fighting and train. I mean, they've got to close the door, they'll let all the heat out after all. Superiors, hey? Some are more superior than others. I'm sure she's all for peace. Sorry, who are you? by educate, I don't think they mean have an icebreaker and the like. And was it Sister Giganta? I wonder what Lord Genome, but I wonder what Sister Gigante, what her deal is. And they are very pleased with the progress so far. But also, I guess that as much. But also, they're aware that they are relatively new at this. Some of them have only been on the team for days. But she's enjoying the process. To some degree, yes. You know, whip them into shape. Get them trained in the ways of evil. Jesus. And that kind of answered a question that I had, actually, which was, were they also in on the whole fact that he is employed these new evil magical girls? But considering that line of talk, I don't believe so. This feeling of superiority, we're better, we are all that is needed. It's quite a side slit on that outfit. An act of betrayal? Looks like they need to be put in their place. But the act of joining them... Uh-huh. And where does world domination take place in the plans of... Yeah, no, don't really care. Yeah, she's also very straightforward in her wants. It's, I just care what my friend says. Certain perks. Some more perky than others, actually. What are we talking about? Superhero landing? Oh, oh, Christ, those thighs. Someone's going to enjoy that shot. Very Tarantino-like. I mean, is she just going to willingly accept falling into the trap house? Apparently, yes, actually. Well, that was over easily. Interesting back-to-back poses they had there. Really, how many people need to learn? Don't get cocky while there's still smoke. I mean, big lady indeed. Can't they talk this out? What point of view are we taking? Was she more upset that they had been captured, or that the dollhouse was broken? What kind of pressure are they under? And considering the firepower they're working with, bomb her. Yep, it's all or nothing. I was going to say, what do they have to actually work with here? If it's a all-out full damage attack, I guess Bezier and the others doing what they do best, knowing when to get the fuck out of there. Not being hit by her own explosive is quite... Ah, that would be why. I thought she was immune to her own attacks kind of a thing, or at least lessen damage, not just she protected her teammates. But now what? Those that run away get to fight another day? If they die, they can't have more fighting. Huh? Does she enjoy the challenge? Or the fact there's new playmates out there? They're not magical girls, though. Oh, that's a face and a half. Tatsu, nitsu, yotsu. Counting with magical girls. She's found a new... I do like how Alice is actually hiding, so glad you're safe, but Christ, you scare me! Odd-shaped sofa she has there. Well, if they're going to split up and attack them one at a time, you know, when they're not on the home turf of this place as well, maybe there's hope. Still, Lord Squad, it's terrible. Stop stealing my line of questioning and jokes. But if that... I want to wipe her nose. But they might want to rethink who gets magical girl, evil magical girl powers if they can just turn on you, usurp that and... Bye-bye. Such a good girl. I mean, they have wouldn't be able to tell who they were, I guess, if they transformed firsthand, but also they had that kind of personality traits which crave power and world domination. Why wouldn't they turn on those they feel is inferior? She really is built for this role. Ah! The catalyst, the core of her issues. Destroying magical girls completely. That's too evil. Need to be stopped immediately. They don't know the thrill and the allure of magical girls. I don't think Alice needs to keep her here in the med bay much too longer. I don't think they'll be able to keep her still much longer. Out here in the wilderness, she can go all out. I'm guessing Sulphur's enjoying this. Can't give up now. Go on, stand up. How long is she going to hold herself to at account there? You know, make amends, try and make everyone feel, or her beloved friend feel better. I'd scream too. Sorry? Do they know who this is, or is it just someone wearing a rather risque and odd outfit in public? It must be an evil magical girl. You know, the fashion around these parts hasn't reached that kind of levels yet. And just like that, you've paralyzed her. A genius, I tell you. But yeah, I was hoping that it wouldn't be a one-on-one bout, but now that Alice has been rendered incapacitated, and one of them is still recuperating. If this character is not based around songs and whatnot, despite her name and what we saw in the opening and whatnot, then I'd be surprised. It looks like my hopes were smashed right there. Which means I hope she's brought along some, throat spray. Is that going to be her downfall? Ah, looks like she retrieved her doll. They don't have to fight alone. Really? No way, Jose. Although I could have used the accent, but still. And I meant the accented E. You know what I mean. I like the guitar riff. Does she need evil girl magical powers for this? I mean, world domination means that everyone has to be your fan, sure, but a theme song? You've written yourself... Do I get my own background music? If they can see these... the text and the title screen as well, that'd be amusing. Does she have choreography to go along with it? Yeah, maybe it's better once you've gone through some many reverb effects and synthesizers. Maybe she can, turn off the microphone and lip sync. Really, we're having song break for the poor me idol phase kind of bull. She's got a sight set for greatness. Unfortunately, her talent is set for the shower, where we all believe we can sing. At least she's enjoying it. But we're having, what, mid-fight break so she can have her performance? I think we know how to defeat her. Genai. One word for it, another word I have is shit. Scathing critique, but I don't think the masses would be much better. And just like that, defeat was assured. That's someone that was never told no growing up. Ah, I like this. Her singing and whatnot was her thinking of attack, and her actual strength comes from just noise. What kind of chance? Not the Teddy. Maybe they can stay around and listen to her song. That's a nice, like, flashbang assault. And while blinded, leg it. Well, oh yeah. Failure will not be tolerated. Well, that seems a far cry from what she ran in on. Another lesson learned. Going to thank her for saving her. Ah. A good time to learn a craft skill. And she is now being put on trial. Is she going to get this? I was going to say, is she now going to get the same punishment as the sister, being used as a sofa, as it were? But I think everyone's idol will lose a certain allure and attraction if people saw her like that. Maybe this Lord of all evil isn't all too... Someone had a great say in how much shading work and definition went into that stomach shot. Yeah, but something tells me that this Lord... Normal, whatever her name was, isn't too much of a far cry away from Bezier. Just in a much more dominant route. It's not a lesson that is going to be taught often, hopefully. There's evil and then there's evil. I still wonder what the whole deal is with the weird mascot things. The fact that they can record those scenes and the like to play back or see them in live. Maybe it's just one big alien TV show and magical girls are Earth. Let's hope it never gets cancelled, eh? But if this Lord crew don't really have a tight-knit bond, there doesn't seem to be much holding them together other than fear. Well, I see an easy way of tearing them apart. I just hope that she never holds an actual concert, otherwise we're screwed. Still, I guess it's only a matter of time before... Oh god, more pop idols. But like I was about to say, yeah, it's only a matter of time before we have others that are stripped bare, either physically like that or emotionally, having all of their ideals and goals torn away from them. You know, maybe all she needs is a few vocal lessons. At least her heart is in the right place. I also really do like how we've got each member of the our little evil squad that are just close friends. They get along quite well, despite one of them being several years younger, and stand up for each other when time needs it. You've got close-knit friend group being magical girls, close-knit friend group being evil magical girls, and then you've got ragtag bunch of outsiders who just are in this for power for various means. One just wants power to be famous. I wonder what the goals are of the others. Little Miss Sharktooth I'm wary of, but scathing critiques and sarcasm is something I can get behind wholeheartedly. But who would have thought that the dynamic of this show would splinter off? We've got magical girls out to defeat evil. You've got evil set out to defeat magical girls. And then we've got evil set out to defeat magical girls. Ones that aren't beholden to the rules of Saturday morning cartoons where they have to bow out and be defeated. No, they go in for the kill. But who would have thought that our team would be the ones defending magical girls while also out enjoying them? No, actually, everyone could have seen that coming. Miles off, actually. The joy of having a public figure, a hero to look up to, squirming and writhing in your presence. It's something that can't be tossed aside. I mean, kind of why she was so upset by Azure actually just breaking like that. I really do wonder what the whole storyline going ahead. I know we're on episode 8, and we're going to run out of episodes in this season. I think I read somewhere that there's going to be another season. Which might mean that more is explained there. But the whole backstory to this, because it does play out like a weird TV show where, well, it doesn't quite seem real. And I would like more of the issues of the classroom, them being magic girls and evil magic girls all having to actually attend school, and oh no, lunch has been cut short because we need to go and cause mischief or defeat mischief. But no, it seems to have diverged from that, and now it's on a grander scale, one of world domination and music. More than that, certain characters seem a little better than others. I would like Leopard to actually utilise her skills in firearms and rather various military equipment slightly better, not just have a fun cavalcade of explosions. But a lot to take in on this one. Seeing the gimmick, at this point it is just a gimmick of Sister Gigante. Yep, you grow big and big. Maybe there is a god. But is that all that is there in her skill set? Since it didn't actually seem as though she was doing any sort of attack, it's just part of her biology. We'll have to see with that one, so going forward, I'll need to pay attention rather than slowly dying inside. But hopefully you enjoyed. If that is the case, let me know. If I missed anything, if you'd like to change anything, thought about getting different subtitles because there are several people who've commented about there's certain bits that are missing. There are certain more direct translations, like what is this bullshit? But I'm struggling to find it. If I got the right one this time, please let me know. And I'll carry on with those. But for now, make sure to leave a like on the video, support me any way you can. Maybe subscribe to the channel to not miss out future uploads, whether it be magical girls or otherwise. And maybe jump onto my Discord if you want to join in the conversation, or just keep up to date with notifications, memes, votes in the future. Or anything else that takes your fancy. But definitely get yourself some rest, a nice comfy pillow or two, and I'll see you for the next one. At least I know if she can be an idol, my dream isn't shattered. I want to thank each and every one of those who have stopped by and not ran away despite hearing my song that is the channel. So I need to thank Sal, AgesTR, Darky26, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zug and everyone else. For if it wasn't for all of you, I'd have no audience, and therefore probably wouldn't embarrass myself on an almost daily occurrence. Wait,